My great-grandfather moved here in 1909 from Kansas. Came here to grow corn, but the crop, as you see in the crop ground we have here, the topsoil is only 8 to 12 inches deep, so it's not a good soil for taproot crop, but it helps hold the moisture for rice. And so rice became the crop of choice in the early 1900s, and here 120 years later, we're still growing rice. My name is Stephen Gertson. I'm a fourth-generation rice farmer from Wharton County, Texas. We farm about 1,700 acres of rice this year. Normally we do about 2,600 acres, but we're in a drought this year, so we're short water, so we're farming about 1,700 acres this year. We're in a partnership. It's 4 brothers, my dad, and our spouses. Our farming activities in the year usually start in the fall for the following year. We start ground prep, and then in about January, February, we start putting fertilizer out for the current crop year. We start planting second week of March. The crop will usually grow for 5 to 6 weeks before we put a permanent flood on it. Permanent flood usually goes on in May. Then we grow it all the way till about July, and then about 10 days prior to harvest, we drain the water. Then we try to get a good firm field condition and start harvesting about mid-July to late July for the first crop. To manage the stubble after the first crop harvest, we go in and try to shred. First we cut with the combine, and the combine spreads a lot of trash and it leaves the stubble rather high, and we need to get that stubble taken down so that our second crop will grow. So we'll bring in a shredder, and recently we just purchased the Major Cyclone, and that's what we're using on our second crop stubble. What we like about the Major Cyclone cutter is, one, it has 0 clutches. It does have a lot less moving parts than, say, like a flail shredder, so a lot less maintenance. We basically grease it in the morning, go to work, clean it off at the end of the day, and move on to the next field. The other thing that makes it really nice is it actually folds. It's 30 foot wide, so for us to get through gates and move from field to field, one person can do it. We had a 30-foot flail shredder and constantly having trouble with balance if we hit a fling blades or things, gearboxes rattling apart and things like that. So we're trying to eliminate that by using something with a lot less moving parts. What I like about the Major Cyclone cutter is that if we want to change blades, there's 40 blades on this, where there's probably 400 on a 30-foot flail shredder. The folks at Major have been great to work with. Anytime I've had a question, they've responded quickly, or they've been on the phone calling me and they follow up. Once we talk, they'll follow up and double check we've got everything worked out. I'd recommend the Major Cyclone cutter to any rice farmer that's trying to maintain their stubble for second crop growth. It made it a lot easier for us to get our job done.